guys, it's your boy a.dTHEweeb back with another video. Now in today's video we're gonna be doing what if Naruto was neglected but OP. So yeah, this is gonna be in the beginning it's gonna be kind of a dark spot, to be honest, because yeah, it's a neglected what if, it's gonna be dark. So yeah, anyways, if you don't like dark what if, just go watch another what if or something. Like, go watch another what if on my channel. I have like a bunch of other different what if that aren't that dark anyway. So yeah, we're gonna start off with pretty much Ninetales attack and all that stuff. Everything happens pretty similar to Canon, except for this time. Actually, no, nothing happens in it. Shit, I'm already messing up, bro. Shit, sorry about that. We're gonna start off with the Ninetales attack. This time, I must say Kushina had a sister. She had a sister. I'm not gonna name. I'm just gonna say her sister name was Mito. So yeah, and her sister was one of the nurses, I must say, and she pretty much, when Kushina gave birth to Mema, Mito, and Naruto, which if you didn't see Naruto, is in this corner right here. Yeah, I know it's kind of like not that really freaking showing. It's just like feel in the background, but yeah, whatever. Naruto and Mema and Mito were born and all that stuff. Mask Man, instead of Naruto, instead of him killing the Tohokage's wife to get Naruto, I'm gonna say the Tohokage's wife was already dead, and it was Mito / Kushina's sister that the Masked Man killed. So yeah, and I'm gonna say when Naruto was born, like just came out of Kushina and Minato was like, ew, he has whiskers and stuff. They just think Ninetales and stuff. So yeah, it's like, hell nah, bro, I ain't liking this kid. It's a freaking Ninetales and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much what they're thinking. And yeah, this is the ship. I'm gonna name her Rose. So yeah, because it's a pretty easy name. Not I kind of like that name, to be honest. So yeah, anyways, and she has a flower in her hand, so fuck it. Anyways, if you want me to change the shape to her, I can change Rose to be her instead of her. But yeah, I think she matches better the name and all that stuff instead of her. But she's still pretty cute too. But both of them are, to be honest. But yeah, if you want me to change it, I'ma change it. I don't really care that much, to be honest, because it's still gonna be the same background info for them and still everything. So yeah. Anyways, Mito / Kushina's sister dies. I must say Obito was kind of more cool in this one. He actually took Minato's sister and Mito, and pretty much put her at Kushina, her dead body and stuff. So yeah, that's why Kushina knows that it's Obito that killed her. And he was like, if Naruto was never born and was never all that stuff, Mito would have still been alive and all that stuff. But yeah, anyways, everything else happens pretty similar to canon. Naruto gets, I'm gonna say what happens is Kushina gets 1% of the Ninetales to make her still alive. Minato, no, the third Hokage uses the Reaper Seal instead of Minato, because I'm gonna say Minato got bitch slapped away by the Ninetales, so he was pretty much out of it. Like out. Like you ain't gonna take a slap from that nigga and just stay freaking fighting position. Hell nah. So yeah, that happens. Tokage dies a lot early in this one, and yeah, man, my Mito. When the Ninetale was about to stop there, I must say two when the Umbus jumped in the way. So yeah. And I'm gonna say no, it was about to stop Naruto, my bad. Sorry. And Minato got mad because they was supposed to be the best Umbus. So yeah, this is more reasons that they're gonna neglect him. Especially Kushina. She's gonna hate the living. She's gonna hate Naruto's god. Like she's gonna hate his god, bro. Anyways, that whole thing happens. Naruto gets the soul of the Nine Tails and stuff, and if you watch most of my what ifs, I do it like the chakra goes back to the soul. Kind of makes sense, not gonna lie, but yeah. And I must say, when Naruto gets the full soul of the Nine Tails, he dies. He dies from it. Like he dies, but no one notices that he dies. So because they didn't actually, no, he dies. No, when he gets the full soul of the Nine Tails, he was pretty much bleeding out because Ninetale was trying to break out, and it just pretty much, I don't know, sorry, he just started bleeding. Fuck it. And Kushina seen this, even though she was half dead because of the Ninetale getting ripped out of her, she crawled up to Naruto, and you see that kunai in her hand? She pretty much stabbed Naruto with it. And that killed Naruto. And Naruto went to his mindscape, saw Kurama trying to heal him because, yeah, Kurama is gonna be a lot nicer. And he didn't really understand what was happening, so he didn't really pay any mind. He tried crawling with it to Kurama to try and cuddle with it because it looked fluffy and shit. But yeah, he couldn't really move that much. And I'm gonna say about 10 minutes of Kurama trying to heal him, he manages to stop Naruto from completely just being dead and stuff. He just like stops, make him in a limbo like state pretty much. And then you see the sage of Sixth Path appears, and I'm gonna say Kurama was able to see him, so he's like, wait, is this kid the sage of Sixth Path reincarnation and stuff? And the sage of Sixth Path explains to Kurama to not be rude to him because he's my reincarnation. Because Naruto's gonna be OP, so he's gonna be the Sage Sixth Path reincarnation. If you got a problem with it, get out. Anyways, alright, sorry about that. Anyways, don't actually get out. alright. Yeah, Naruto, the Sage Sixth Path says I have to give him my power or he's gonna die, and the Sage Sixth Path gonna give him that Rinnegan, you know. I mean, gives him Naruto. He gives Naruto pretty much the moon and sun seal, so he gets the Rinnegan, the Winnie Sharingan. And I'll actually show you guys what the Winnie Sharingan down Naruto has looks like. Hold up, let me go get a picture of it real quick. Yes, so about that, I just forgot to take the picture of the Winnie Sharingan. I was gonna give him kind of. But anyways, Naruto's Winnie Sharingan looks pretty much like this, just like it's kind of like a Rinnegan and a Sharingan put together. Like it's not just a Tomoe and stuff. It's actually a Sharingan on top of a Rinnegan. So yeah, just deal with it. Pretty much, it's like kind of like all the Sharingans put into one eye, and in that eye goes over a Rinnegan. That's pretty much what Naruto eyes is. Yeah, that's literally what it is. So yeah. And he also gets the truth seeking orbs from the Sage Sixth Path because he's the reincarnation and he got a power from it. But the Sage Sixth Path, the truth seeking orbs aren't showing up yet. he's gonna have to learn how to summon it though. I'm not gonna make it like that and Kushina and then we're just gonna be like, oh, he's the sixth path. We're gonna be nice to him and shit. No, not how it works here, bro. Anyways, that whole shit happens. Naruto comes back to life, pretty much, and Kushina was already knocked out. That's why she didn't kill him again. So was Minato. And then I would say Ambu found them and stuff and bring them to the hospital. And yeah, that happens. When Minato and Kushina wake up, they go home and stuff. They forgot about Naruto, and then what's it called? Umbu was like, "Hey, you forgot that kid and stuff," and they pretty much was in their head. They were like, "Damn you, why would you freaking bring him here and stuff?" And Minato was thinking, "I might have to, take away his wings after this because of that." So yeah, that's how much they hate Naruto. Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty really dog Minato and Kushina. Like, yeah, I'm gonna try and make him as dark as possible, to be honest. Anyways, that whole thing happens. The Umbo gives him Naruto to Minato and Kushina. They grab him. They kind of squeezing him, to be honest. Not in love, in hatred. Not like a tight hug. Trying to suffocate him, not gonna lie. Anyways, I know this is it funny, but it's just yeah. Anyways, they go home and they pretty much throw Naruto on the ground, and they put Menma and Mito in a new pretty much bed, pretty much for babies. I don't know what these things are called. I forgot the name of them. Whatever. Anyways, they take care of Menma and Mito and they leave Naruto there. Naruto will be spending a whole day without eating. That's how it is. And the only way Naruto eats is pretty much when Minato and Kushina go out with Menma and Mito. He crawls around the house, and when he finds food on the ground or something, or like in the oven or something like that, he just takes it. But yeah, I'm gonna say there was a cat at the house or something. No, a dog. And yeah, Minato and Kushina always think it's a dog because Naruto is smart, so he drops like a tiny bit for the dog and pretty much puts it on the dog's mouth and put it in like the outskirts of it. So Minato and Kushina thinks it's the dog. So yeah, I'll make Naruto hell smart as well. So yeah, let me. Anyways, that whole shit happens. Time skip to when Naruto is, I believe it was 3. So I'm gonna do 3. Naruto was 3. Naruto was still trying to get some food and stuff. He was actually pretty skinny in this one. And yeah, I'm gonna do when now Mito and Menma was pretty much they grab what's it called? Mito, Menma, and Kushina. Kushina gave Mito and Menma hot like 100 degrees water and stuff, and they pretty much went to Naruto's room and dropped the water on him on purpose. And it pretty much burned, like, it started burning his skin off pretty much. And Naruto was screaming, and Kushina was like, "Shut up, you demon." And she pretty much grabbed her, used a chakra chain, and broke Naruto's pretty much jaw. So yeah. And she started pulling Naruto's legs and arm with the chakra chains. So yeah, Naruto's arms and leg was dislocated and stuff. So yeah, that whole shit happens. And after that, Menma and Mito went out happily, like with a giant smile on their faces. And then they were walking around, and Mito says, oh, she's gonna go to a bathroom, and what's it called? Minma just said, okay, I'm gonna wait for you here and stuff. And then she hears someone, a little girl, pretty much, crying. And he goes over and sees Hinata. And yes, Hinata is Minma because, yeah. Anyways, he sees Hinata crying and stuff. He goes over and pretty much says, get away from her and stuff. And the bullies, realizing it's Kage's son, so they run away. So yeah. And I'm gonna say Hinata was tired, so she pretty much fell asleep on him. And he pretty much piggy rides Hinata back to Mito and stuff. So yeah, and this whole time Naoto's been pretty much screaming because Kushina was still pulling Naoto's arms and legs. So yeah, she's trying to rip them off. So yeah, but it's not gonna happen. I must say, yeah, that whole thing happens with my Mito and Hinata and stuff. And when Hinata wakes up, he already immediately fall in love with Minma and stuff. But I'm sure she's a little bit more, self-confidence. So she didn't faint again, but she was close. And yeah, they talked for a while, and then in the end, Menma says, "Oh, I kind of like you. You're a pretty nice girl and stuff." And Hinata was like, "Yeah, like Mito met it as like a good friend, but Hinata took it the one way. So she was like, yes, I like you too, Menma calling and stuff." And yeah, and he was like, "Sure, why not give it a try and stuff?" So yeah, that happens. Minma and Hinata are a thing. And yeah, when they get back home, they see me Kushina almost whipping out Naoto's legs and arms off. But they were like, "Hey mom, look at my new girlfriend." And Kushina hearing that, it was like, "Oh," and then she pretty much throws Naoto to the window, breaking the window, and falls out to his head, pretty much breaking like his skull, pretty much. So yeah, and pretty much, damn, now it's pretty much just me torturing Naoto. What the hell, bro? Shit, I'm gonna still done the torture, but this is too much. Well, pretty much she goes over and meets Hinata, and he's like, "Oh, I'm the princess of the Hyuga clan." And Kushina was happy. She was like, "My son, you got a beautiful and high freaking status girlfriend and stuff. She's perfect. You guys are a perfect couple. You'll be the perfect protege couple." That's in quote unquote. They're gonna be weak as fuck. So yeah. It's gonna be pretty much, remember Mito trained their asses off, and it's like the whole training went to Naruto. Anyways, time skip. When Naruto was 4, Naruto was in his room, and I'm gonna say his legs specifically was still giving him some trouble. It was still a little bit hard to, run and stuff, but he could walk almost fine. And he couldn't lift up really heavy things though. So yeah, he was just in his room, not really his room, more like an attic, pretty much freezing to death because they put the temperature down just so you can make him, freeze. And they be like, they're putting it down, and when it's almost too cold, they put it up to like almost 100 degrees So Naruto will start sweating and stuff, and they know that it's bad for your body because it can't be changing from hot to cold like that fast. So yeah. Anyways, they did it on purpose, but yeah, it's gonna help Naruto because it's gonna be used to very bad weathers, and pretty sure if you put your body in ice or something, it makes you stronger or something. I'm not sure. Could be totally wrong. Don't take my word for it, but yeah, I'm gonna say that's how it works in this What If. Anyways, Naruto heard someone knocking on the door, and he heard a loud noise, like someone that was like pretty much kind of screaming, but not really much in pain, just like yelling kind of. So yeah, and I would say he put his ears on the door a little bit. He managed to do that, and he hears, "Yo, I'm the guy Joanne and stuff," and it's Joanne the guy pretty much, and he hears Kushina saying, "Oh, shut up, you perv," and stuff, and yeah, and then pretty much they were like, "Oh, we." The great Toad Sage had a prophecy and stuff that there was gonna be a prophecy child and all that shit. And I must say, they said the child pretty much had what's it called? Really bright blue eyes. I'm gonna say that, and they're gonna think it's Mito because Mito eyes are like hella bright because they're hella happy that they get to torture their brother, so they get to take out all their anger on him, and they get all the love. So they're hella happy, bro. Like, yeah, they're really happy about it. And but Naruto's eyes are like almost black at this point. That's how freaking sad and stuff he is. Because there isn't a single person that ever even call him by his name. The only thing he heard was demon, you demon fox, you ninetales, you stupid stuff like that. So yeah, I'm not gonna go into a whole cursing street, but I don't want to do that to you guys. Anyways, pretty much, yeah, that's the reason why I feel like it's long already, not gonna lie. Oh, never mind. Pretty much that's what happened to his hand, pretty much. But it's still now to the chop, you see though. But yeah, who knows, maybe the prophecy changed in this one. Anyways, that whole shit happens. They're like, so if that child prophecy, why aren't they like able to beat a tuning and stuff? And Julia came up with a quick conclusion, the genius conclusion that Naruto is the one getting in the way. He's distracting them. Kick him out. And Kushina was like, hell yeah, she's definitely distracting them. She came out for a random lie. The other day, he was stopping them from training. He attacked them when they were training. Yeah, that's what happened. And Minato was like, yeah, that happened because he doesn't like him. And yeah, but it's not as bad as Kushina, but he isn't nowhere near good though. So yeah, he doesn't have that big of a grudge because the Ambus were just Ambus, not his sisters, pretty much. But he still had a pretty big one too because that was gonna be kind of his sister-in-law and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of his sister-in-law. So it was pretty practically the same kind of, yeah. So yeah, they pretty much, they asked where's Naruto, and then they point at the door, and Kushina, being really happy about kicking him out, pulls out her chakra chain. Is like, he launches the chain at the wall, and it pretty much pierces Naruto's arm, shoulder, and she wraps it around him, and pretty much pulls on it, and yeah, it almost cuts off his arm because his whole shoulder got ripped off, pretty much, almost. But Hinata is able to heal it though, so yeah, we'll chill. Yeah, all his past injuries are here at this point because Hinata isn't messing around with him and stuff because Hagum will tell them not to, so he obeys. Anyways, that whole shit happens. They pull Naruto out pretty much. Jiraiya, no, I'm gonna say they pull him out, and they was like, let me beat him up before he goes. And I'm gonna say Tsunade lost like a ton of money, like 3 million Ryu of freaking gambling, and she was pretty pissed. So she was like, yeah, let me beat him up. And Kushina was like, let me get a swing at him first and stuff. And they were all pretty much trying to beat on him. And I'm gonna say Kushina grabs her sword out, which I'm gonna say there was some poison in the sword. And they pretty much, if you get cut by it, you're gonna get big wounds and stuff, and pretty deadly wounds. So she starts slashing at Naruto for like 5 minutes. And Naruto is pretty much bleeding, like there's like a bunch of cuts on his chest and stuff. And then Minato was there, yeah, let me get a good swing at him. And then he grabs the kunai and stabs it in Naruto's other shoulder and pulls it down. And then he starts stabbing Naruto for like 2 minutes or so. And then Mema and Mito, I'm gonna say they learn, Mito learn Wind Style, Wind Girl Palm, and Mema has 5-star Fireball Jutsu. And they do a collaboration jutsu, and they burn Naruto. Naruto's turning dark in this one. At this point, I mean, like his whole skin is like almost black now, and like it's burned black, not like whatever. Anyways, yeah, that pretty much happens. And Jiraiya, I'm gonna say he summons a toad. And he was like, you can have a bite at him, and the toad starts eating some Naruto pretty much. He pretty much no, that's actually kind of gross. Never mind. No, he doesn't do that. That's gross. The toad was no, I'm not gonna get the toad involved in this. That's messed up. Naruto Jiraiya goes Sage mode, and he does a toad oil thingy, and he spills Naruto in oil, and then he does a fire, and then it burns Naruto even more. And yeah, and I'm gonna say Kushina, no, Jiraiya, no, fuck, Tsunade goes, put charcoal in her fist, and pounds the living freak out of Naruto. Like, you can't even realize it's Naruto anymore at this point. Like, his face is pretty much punched in. So, like, literally his face, like, all broken inside. Like, he's broken. Like, almost all his bones are, like, fucked up, pretty much. So, yeah. Naruto gets knocked out, and they pretty much throw Naruto outside. Like, Kushina just wraps him in chakra chains again and throws him as high as she can, and he lands next to a bunch of villagers, but he's almost knocked out. He's not completely knocked out, and the villagers are like, the demon, let's finish him off and stuff. And they grab freaking forks and stuff and stabs it in Naruto, pretty much almost killing him, but he's not dead because Ninetales is actually healing him. So yeah, and he barely like one more stab and he would have been dead. So yeah, the villager kick him and pretty much leave him there. Then she pull him next to a garbage can, and yeah, and they go about their own business. And then Naruto wakes up in his mindscape, sees the fox and stuff, and was like, oh, am I dead and stuff? I guess if they finally killed me and stuff, I was kind of expecting it, but yeah. And the Ninetales was like, no, you're not dead and stuff. And he explains that, I'm the Nine. And Naruto asks him, what's your name and stuff? And he was like, I'm the Ninetales. And Naruto was like, is that your actual name, or is it just a nickname that people gave you or something? And he's like, it's not my real name. And Naruto was like, then what's your real name? And then Hinata was that it's Kurama and stuff. And yeah, and stuff like that. And he tells Naruto, Naruto asks him if he wants to be friend, and he's like, sure. And Naruto says, why would you want to be friends with me? And stuff. And then he says, because you're not a demon, I'm the demon. I'm more of a demon than you are and stuff. And he also says, because you're also my father's reincarnation. And he explains that Naruto is just X's path reincarnation, pretty much. And he's like, so if I'm not dead, how do I get out of here, pretty much? And he's like, I can get you out, but it's gonna take a little bit because I have to heal you first. And he's like, oh, okay. And then they stay there for like 2-3 hours talking, and pretty much Kurama hitting him as well. So yeah. And then Naruto gets up, still bleeding pretty badly, but yeah, still has a lot of blood in his clothing and stuff. Anyways, he walks. He's pretty much barely can walk, but he still does a little bit. And then he was going to the direction of a called. Wait a second. Yeah, he was going in the direction of the thingy, a clothing store, pretty much, and he sees Rose getting beat up by some bullies, and he pretty much was like, oh damn it. And then he pretty much goes there and then stops the bullies. And the bullies were like, why would you listen to a demon? You know what? We're gonna beat you up too, you demon. And then Naruto was pretty mad at this point because he had enough beating for the day. And Ninetales was like, yeah, sure, I'm gonna help you out, kid. And he pretty much gives Naruto the tiny bit of chakra. And his eyes barely changes to the other eye, the Kurama eyes. And the kids was like, fuck, no, guy here, pretty much. So yeah. And yeah, Woz was like, thank you very much and stuff. And she was like, who are you? And he was like, I'm Naruto. He was about to say, I'm Naruto Uzu. And then he stopped and he was like, I'm just Naruto, pretty much. And she was like, oh, okay. And then she was like, I'm Rose Uchiha. And wait a second. Yeah, I'm Rose Senju Uchiha Senju, pretty much. Because yeah, I gotta make her a little bit OP as well, because leave me alone. because well, pretty much you have to have a he gonna need a good wife, strong wife and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, she was like, I'm now will Senju Uchiha. So yeah, but no one really knows that she's a Senju and Uchiha. That's why they were beating on her and stuff. So yeah, they just thought she was a freak because yeah, plot armor. Anyways, because of her hair, I'm gonna say the way she does her hair. Yeah, that's why. Anyways, he was like, oh, okay and stuff. And damn, this is gonna be a long one if I went in too much details, I think, actually. Anyway, they started seeing each other a couple of times, just as friends, not like seeing each other, just like look. Anyways, the time skip to when Naruto is 8. He's now pretty much looking like a 8-year-old Naruto. Well, he's just wearing a black shirt with a black cloak now. Because, yeah, I'll put a picture of him in the next episode with the black shirt and black cloak. So, yeah, don't worry about it. And then, yeah, Rose is wearing what she's wearing in the picture. Because, yeah, I'm not gonna change it. And, yeah, so on. Mema is just Naruto in canon. Mito is a female Naruto in canon. So, yeah. with the one juice that I gave to you guys. I gave them. Anyways, that happens. They go to the academy for the first time, and pretty much, they get there, seeing Menma, Mito, and Sasuke getting everyone's attention. Like the whole class is jumping over there, pretty much. And yeah, Sasuke is still the. Actually, Sasuke is a lot weaker than he was in canon. Like, Sasuke is weak as fuck in this one. He's not even interested in reincarnation. The cycle ended a long time ago because Hagoromo stepped in and was like, bitch, this has gone long enough. And pretty much stepped him away. So yeah. Sasuke is just a random, useless Uchiha. So yeah. And Mito, same for her. She's just a useless girl. And yeah, same for Menma. But Data and the Child Prophecy got a lot of freaking fame from that. Fame. Even though it's a lie. So yeah. That all happens. Naruto just completely ignores them because he starts hating his family at this point. He kind of hated the family at this point, so yeah. And he's been training with Kurama, and I'm gonna say he has all 5 chakra on this shit because when they gone, it has perfect chakra control again when they gone, but when it's shining on at this point, so yeah, even more OP. And he has everything pretty much. He has the Eternal Mangekyu, Renegon, when he's shining on, he just can deactivate them, so yeah. And his eyes went back to normal blue because of Rose. And yeah. And at this point, Rose is high mid to high Jonin. And Naruto was mid to high Kage. So yeah. Actually, he's high Kage. Yeah, he's high Kage and was his low Kage actually. Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah. I've got to make them OP. Leave me alone if you don't want it. It literally says it's gonna be OP in the thumbnail. I should have made him with Suzuki. At this point, I could have made him with Suzuki. So if you think it's too OP, I'm gonna make him with Suzuki level at this point. If you guys be saying, oh, it's too OP and stuff. And yeah, anyways, Naruto completely ignores them, and Naruto has a sword, which is this sword right here. Naruto has that, and Rose has a same sword, but instead of red is purple. Like the red is like purple, so yeah, that happens. And Naruto always has it in like his back, so yeah. Menma walks over there. Hey, demon, give me that sword. You don't deserve it. It looks kind of cool, so I want it now. Give it to me now, pretty much. And then Naruto ignores him, and Menma goes to grab the sword, but Naruto slaps his hand away. And Mito's like, you demon, and she launches a chakra chain at Naruto. And Naruto takes out the sword and cuts the chakra chains, pretty much. Because that's I'm gonna say that was a sword created by the Sierra 6-5 with special way that can be broken. And yeah, it's super duper sharp. So yeah, leave me alone. It's OP sword. I know. Just let it be. Alright. Same with Rose's sword as well. And yeah. And then I'm gonna say Rose was just sitting next to Naruto, but she had a hoodie on, so they couldn't see her head, like her face and stuff. Well, not really a hoodie. She was just like back. She was just looking back, pretty much. And then she heard the commotion and turned around and was like, what's going on? And then all the boys sees her and was like, what the hell? Is she like a goddess or something? And they were like, oh, hey there, cutie, what's your name and stuff, pretty much. And what was like, looks at them was like, I'm not interested, and it's Rose pretty much. They was like, oh my gosh, bro, I'm gonna get her, bro. This shit's mine, pretty much. That's what they were saying. I was thinking anyway, and I almost see Sasuke, you know, see how bright he is, walks up and was like about to kiss her, and what's it called? He was about to kiss her, but Rose pretty much took out her sword and pretty much puts it at Sasuke's neck, making him bleed a little. It was like moving closer and you done for. And Sasuke was shocked because all the girls want to kiss from him. That's what he thinks anyway. But yeah, Rose was about to cut his head off. But yeah, anyways, that happens. Everyone is shocked, and they go away pretty much. They're all wondering why she's sitting next to the demon. But yeah, and obviously Naruto goes home with. I'm gonna say he leaves with her at this point. And yeah, the Uchiha massacre didn't happen, so yeah. And she doesn't live with the Uchiha. She lives out of her own house pretty much. A little bit out, a little bit next to Ichiwaku Ramen. So yeah. Anyways, they chill out. They just hang out with the class and stuff. And when they go home, Naruto was asking. Well, he was like, "Oh, Kurama, let me open the cage for you." And Kurama was like, "You need a key for that." And Naruto was like, "I know, but I have a plan." And Kurama was like, "What is it then?" He was like, "This is my mindscape, right?" And Kurama was like, "Yeah." And then he was like, "All right, then I'm gonna just imagine that I have the key, and the key is just gonna appear here and stuff." And Kurama was like, "Is that actually gonna work?" Which I'm pretty sure actually wouldn't work in Canon, but it's gonna work in this one, okay? And yeah, it happened, and Naruto opens the cage pretty much, and he gets Kurama's abilities that he was sensing, because he knew that Kurama's ability was gonna be, sensing people's feelings. And Kurama was like, "So why the whole interest in opening my cage all of a sudden?" Pretty much. And Naruto was like, he explains that, well, you said you can sense people's feelings and stuff, so if I open the cage, I'll get the same thing, right? And Kwame was like, yeah, then he was like, then I can sense Rose's feeling towards me, so I can see if she likes me or not. So I can see if I should ask her out because I have a crush on her pretty much. And he didn't want to mess up the relationship, so yeah, that's why he's making sure pretty much. And Kwame was like, you sneaky bastard. And yeah, Naruto was like, yeah, thank you and stuff. And he changed your mindscape a bit to look like a outside world pretty much, just not really anybody. Well, there is people there just not really paying much noise to Kurama. They just bring him food and all that stuff pretty much. They're just mindless people that only can Naruto control and Kurama. So yeah, they kind of just like stay pretty much. Yeah. Anyways, damn, I'm thirsty, bro. Fuck, I'm gonna have to drink something soon, though. Anyways, I'm gonna have to do this a little bit faster because I wanna go drink something. I'm thirsty as fuck. Naruto isn't really sensing much from her because she was just focusing on. I'm gonna say Naruto is hell small, like her Black Zetsu plus Madara plus pretty much everyone in Naruto couldn't match up to Naruto's smartness. So yeah, Naruto managed to create PS4s, Nintendos, phones, pretty much everything that people have in real life, like technological wise. But he doesn't release them. So yeah, Naruto. But I'm gonna say he managed to create something that links him to the Dragon Ball world, pretty much. So he can watch stuff. He can play with other people. It's just not people from Naruto. So yeah, if you don't know what the Dragon Ball world is, it's not really that we don't really have to know it because Just think of it as a different world that has different people with better technological things, so he can play online. Okay, just think of it like that. You don't really need to know what that is if you don't know what it is. So you don't need to know that to watch about it. So yeah. Anyways, that happens. She was just texting with her online best friend, pretty much, and she was texting her that she has a big crush on that guy and stuff. She was like, how should I ask him out? But she was so focused on that she didn't focus on the emotion towards Naruto. Naruto was kind of confused as to what her emotion was. So Naruto called her and was like, "Hey, Rose, come here for a second." And I must say, Rose was a little dirty minded. And she was thinking, "Ooh, Naruto's calling me over," and stuff. And yeah, I don't know if I should make it an 18 plus one. But when I think about it, now I kind of want to make it that because, yeah. Oh my god. But nah, I'm not going to do it. Nah. Nah. Maybe if you guys want it, but probably won't do it. Unless you guys really want it, but yeah. Anyways, might do a special one for it. Because, yeah, he's just only gonna get her in this one, but if I do an 18 plus one, I'm probably gonna give him more than one because we need action in that one. So yeah. Anyways, let me see if I'm recording at this point. Anyways, this might be a 40 plus minute, 40-minute what if. Damn it. Whatever. Naruto was like, he senses a little bit more feeling towards him. She started feeling, oh, maybe she does that at me. So I'm gonna say he was like so what's it called? I'm gonna say he was wearing something really small and showing like his six packs because I'm gonna say he has some, and he is already able to summon the truth, a little bit of that stuff. He's able to use the chakra of the Series 6-5. He doesn't have the sage mode yet though. And stuff. She started blushing, and he was sensing a love. Dirty. Oh my gosh. He was sensing a lot of dirty feelings coming from her. So yeah, he was like, oh, okay, then yeah, she definitely likes me. So he was like, I kind of like you and stuff. So she was like, yes, finally you asked me out and stuff. And yeah, they started pretty much going out, but they were keeping it a secret though. And then yeah, time skipped to the last day of school. Naruto and Rose came in together, and everyone was kind of pissed off at Naruto for being close with Rose and being a demon as well. So yeah, they pretty much come in, sit down, pretty close, very close actually, and yeah. Anyways, and they pretty much come in, they do the test, everyone passes. Naruto was hiding his powers, so was Rose as well. So yeah, they still get the same. Naruto gets dead last, but Rose no hell what Naruto is a freaking ton stronger than that, and Rose just gets to the middle pretty much. So yeah. Anyways, no one was really mad at them for that. So yeah, they didn't really care too much. The teams, I know most people always does Naruto, whoever the shape is, and pretty much Sasuke or Naruto, Sasuke and Sasuke. But this one I'm gonna do. Team captain is gonna be, oh yeah, Kakashi doesn't hate Naruto because he is a dumbass and he doesn't really have a grudge against him for anything. So yeah. Kashi, Rose, and Naruto. That's it. Literally it. And then the team for me and my Mito was Menma, Mito, and Sasuke, and the team leader is Yamato. So yeah. Actually, isn't Kushina joining? Is she a joining? Yes, Kushina, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Kushina. And at this point, Rose has Rinnegan because Senju and Uchiha equals Rinnegan. And damn it, I think I might have get interrupted. Anyway, she has the Rinnegan, Woodstar, Mangekyou Sharingan, all that stuff pretty much. And I'm gonna say she's from pure blood Uchiha, so yeah. She won't go blind. Naruto is a 6'5", won't go blind. Yeah. That happened. Shit, all that stuff happened. And they pretty much tell them to come to a bell test tomorrow for, the bell test and all that stuff. And Rose and Naruto go home. They eat dinner pretty much, and they go sleep on the same bed because they only have one bed apartment. And they make out before they go to sleep, and then they sleep and stuff. And next morning, Naruto wakes up and was about to jump out, but he felt something heavy on him. He looked down to see Rose in her underwear just sleeping on him because nothing happened, but it's just that she like sleeping on the underwear, okay? Leave me alone. And yeah, Naruto only had a short on because he likes sleeping in that too, so yeah. He started blushing, and then he was trying to remember if they did anything last night, but he realized they didn't, so he was like, okay. That's fine, pretty much. So yeah. He wakes up Rose. Rose is like, just 2 more minutes pretty much. And then he remembered that Kakashi was hella late, so she was like, yeah, we can stay for a while. And then he just stayed there playing with Rose's hair pretty much. And Rose went to sleep. And they wake up later, went to the training ground, found Kakashi. No, didn't find Kakashi. They went gave there. 5 minutes later, Kakashi comes. Bell test pretty much. And the teamwork so really good, so they just teamwork on Kakashi, and they didn't beat him. They just used teamwork because they knew it was teamwork. So you just use it, but still hide like all of their powers. They just use the weak taijutsu on him, the weakest they can, which was like Chunin level taijutsu. So yeah, Kakashi had to use a Sharingan because it was Chunin level taijutsu, and 2 of them with good teamwork. So yeah, they passed because it was teamwork. They do a 1-month mission, and yeah, Kakashi thinks, they used good teamwork and a lot of high taijutsu, so it's like, they can probably do a teamwork mission. And he was like, they asked Kakashi asked for the teamwork mission, and Minato was thinking, we don't really want to lose Kakashi, so he should be fine. He was thinking Kakashi should be fine. What should be alright. In any case, Kakashi could probably protect her. And then he was like, I hope Naruto I'm gonna give him the mission because I want Naruto to die in it. That's what he was thinking. So yeah, which is not gonna happen. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. But yeah, anyways, Tazuna comes in and was like, he was drunk, so I'm gonna say he started seeing shit. He started seeing that Rose was a lot older, so she was like, hello there, beautiful, pretty much. And then it was like, ew, I'm taking and stuff, and you're way too old for that shit, pretty much. So yeah, he was like, what? I think I'm too drunk, pretty much. And then he passed out. So yeah, anyways, that happened, and yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going off. Hope you guys like and subscribe, and sorry for how dark the beginning of this video was, because I didn't realize that I went that far of a dark what if, because Yeah, anyways, tell me what you guys think in the comments, and tell me which girl you want. Do you want this rose, which I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of cute, and or this one, which is also cute, and yeah, he has, yeah. Anyway, just tell me which one you guys want. So yeah, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.